Have you noticed your dog acting differently lately? Not sick, not dramatic, just different. A longer stare, a quieter presence, a strange need to be alone sometimes. And maybe there is a part of you that already feels afraid of what that could mean. Because deep down, every dog owner fears one thing: missing the moment when their dog begins saying goodbye. What if those small changes are not random? What if your dog has already started preparing you emotionally, without you realizing it? Most people think goodbye happens suddenly, but for many dogs it begins quietly. One of the first signs is silence. A dog who used to follow you everywhere suddenly starts resting in strange places, under the bed, in dark corners, on cold floors, and it hurts because it feels personal. You wonder, did I do something wrong? But listen carefully. Your dog is not moving away because they love you less. Their body is simply becoming tired in ways they cannot explain. The world starts feeling heavier. Noise becomes overwhelming. Movement becomes exhausting. So they search for peace. And this is where most owners make a mistake. They force energy, force play, force routine. But maybe what your dog needs now is not excitement. Maybe they only need your presence. Sit beside them. No phone, no distractions, just you. Because sometimes love becomes quiet near the end. And then comes the second sign that breaks people emotionally. Food changes. The dog who once ran toward the food bowl suddenly hesitates. Maybe they still accept tiny pieces from your hand. Maybe they only want soft food. Maybe they stop caring completely. And that moment terrifies owners because food has always meant life. But sometimes the body begins letting go slowly. And this is important. Do not turn meals into stress. Turn them into comfort. Sit with them, feed them gently, make the moment peaceful. Because maybe they are no longer eating for hunger. Maybe they are eating for closeness. And then comes the sign almost every grieving owner remembers forever. The eyes. One day your dog looks at you differently, not with fear, not with sadness, with calm, a strange, deep calm. As if they know something you are not ready to accept yet. And maybe in that moment, your heart understands before your mind does. Something is changing, but stay with them, because the next signs become even more emotional. And one of them is the exact moment many owners realize their dog is truly preparing to leave. There is a phase that confuses almost every dog owner. Suddenly, your dog becomes extremely attached to you, following you everywhere, sleeping closer than usual, watching you constantly, as if they are trying to memorize you. And maybe they are. Some dogs become deeply affectionate near the end because your presence becomes their greatest source of comfort. But then something painful happens. The same dog who wanted constant closeness suddenly begins pulling away. They isolate themselves, sleep alone, avoid touch sometimes. And this destroys people emotionally because it feels like rejection. But it is not rejection. It is exhaustion. Many dogs move back and forth between wanting closeness and wanting silence. Both are love. When they ask for closeness, stay close. When they ask for quiet, respect it. Because loving a dog during this phase means understanding something heartbreaking. Sometimes love means letting them rest without forcing them to stay emotionally strong for you. And then the body begins changing too. They struggle standing up. They avoid stairs. They stop jumping onto the couch. The dog who once ran toward you now walks slowly. And this is when reality starts becoming impossible to ignore. Time is winning. But this is also where your love matters most. Help them gently. Place blankets nearby. Bring water closer. Slow your world down for them. Because they spent their whole lives adapting to your life. Now it is your turn to adapt to theirs. And then comes one of the scariest signs of all. Breathing changes, sometimes heavier, sometimes slower, sometimes restless. And this is the moment many owners begin panicking internally. Because suddenly the question changes from, how do I fix this? To, how do I keep them comfortable? That shift changes everything emotionally. Because true love stops focusing on control and starts focusing on peace. And what comes next may be the hardest sign of all. When your dog slowly loses interest in the things they once loved most, the ball stays untouched. The leash no longer excites them. The playful energy disappears. But here is the heartbreaking truth. Your dog is not losing love for life. Their version of happiness is simply changing. Now, happiness may just mean hearing your voice, feeling your hand, sleeping beside you one more night. And in the next part, we reach the signs that many owners describe as silent goodbyes. The moments they replay in their minds forever after their dog is gone. There are moments that seem small when they happen, but become unforgettable later. A longer stare, a slow lick on your hand, your dog resting their head on your chest in complete silence. Many people who lost dogs say the same thing. Right before the end, something changed emotionally. It felt intentional, as if their dog was trying to say goodbye without words. And maybe they were. Some dogs suddenly become more affectionate than ever before. Others stare deeply into your eyes for long periods. And owners always say the same sentence afterward. It felt like they knew. Do not ignore those moments. Sit with them, talk to them, tell them everything. Tell them they were loved. Tell them they changed your life. Tell them they were a good dog. Because one day those moments will become sacred memories. But then comes the sign that hurts the most to watch. Restlessness. They lie down. Then stand back up, walk in circles. Move from room to room, unable to fully relax. And this is when fear enters the house. Because you begin asking questions no dog owner wants to face. Are they suffering? Am I holding on too long? How do I know when it's time? And here is the painful truth many people eventually learn. Sometimes the greatest act of love is not asking for more time. Sometimes the greatest act of love is ending pain gently. That is not giving up. That is love becoming selfless. Because dogs do not fear death the way humans do. They fear pain, fear discomfort, fear being alone. And if you can remove fear and pain from their final days, you're already giving them peace. But now we reach the moment every grieving owner remembers forever. The final look. There is a look some dogs give near the end that feels impossible to explain. Calm, deep, almost human, and somehow, you understand. Some owners describe it as gratitude. Others describe it as permission. Others say it felt like their dog was telling them, it's okay, if that moment comes, do not look away. Hold them. Speak softly, let them hear your voice. Because maybe your voice is the last thing that makes the world feel safe to them. If your dog is showing some of these signs, breathe. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to be there. Call your veterinarian, focus on comfort, focus on peace, focus on love. And then look around your home differently. Is your dog comfortable? Can they rest peacefully? Can they reach water as leak? Can they stay close to you without struggling? These little things matter more than you realize. Because at this stage, love becomes quieter, becomes sitting beside them in silence, lowering your voice, touching them gently, choosing presence over distraction. And many owners feel guilt during this phase. Guilt for preparing emotionally. Guilt for thinking about goodbye. Guilt for realizing time may be short. But preparing yourself is not betrayal, it is love. Because your dog deserves someone strong enough to stay emotionally present until the very end. And here is the part nobody warns you about. When dogs leave, they take pieces of your routine with them. The empty space near the bed, the silence near the door, the missing sound of paws in the hallway. But they also leave something behind, a softer version of you, a more loving version of you, a version of you that finally understood what unconditional love feels like. And maybe that was their final gift all along. So if your dog is beside you right now, hold them a little longer tonight. And if you have already lost one, write their name in the comments. Let this video become a place where they are remembered. And if this touched your heart in any way, leave a like, subscribe, and stay with me. Because some connections are so deep, they never really leave us.